Hi guys, welcome to another episode of Rock Bottom Airsoft. It's good to see you again. If it's your first time here, then as always, it is good to see you, and I hope you're going to stick around. Okay, well, welcome to our weekend video. Those of you who follow the channel will already know that here on Rock Bottom Airsoft, I normally look to upload 2 videos a week. Normally we do gameplay related videos midweek on a Wednesday, and here at the weekend we do our studio videos where we look at all things Airsoft, gear, tech, replicas, and everything in between in our great sport and hobby that is Airsoft. And today is no exception. Today we're going to be doing a little bit of an unboxing and a little bit of an overview rather than a full-on review of this item here. Now, those of you who've been following me already will know that I tend to do more of an overview of an item, and then I'll use it in the field at some point. You'll see it in gameplay, and then I can genuinely say to you, you know, that it can last in the field and it works well for us in our games. So what are we looking at? Well, this, excuse me if I'm pronouncing this wrong, but this is a Feyachi RS-30 Reflex Sight. Now, some of you guys might have heard of Feyachi before. They are starting to make progress here in the Airsoft world with us guys. They are primarily a Chinese-based firearms accessories manufacturer. They also make accessories for bows. I believe one of the main products started out as being bore cleaners and bore sighters for firearms, but they also make an extensive library of items such as red dot sights, reflex sights, holographic sights, pretty much any kind of sight you could think of aimed at the firearms world. They also make accessories for bows, as I mentioned, and they'd make bipods, torches, lasers. Pretty much if you can think of an accessory that you could get for your Airsoft replica or in the firearms world for your firearm, then these guys probably make some kind of accessory for it. Now, what they tend to aim for is they are more budget friendly, shall we say, and more affordable than some of the well-known manufacturers, but they aim to have reasonable quality in that as well. Now, the only reason I knew about this company was I actually purchased a Feyachi Sight myself from Amazon. And I did do an unboxing on that a while ago here on the channel, and that was one I bought because I like the look of it on my ARP9. Now, a couple of disclaimers, guys, before we go any further. I didn't buy this one. This sight was actually sent to me by Feyachi for me to have a look at, and for us guys here, we can have a look at it together and unbox it and see what you get for your money. So I haven't paid for this one. Also, we are only doing an overview here to start with, and again, myself, those of you who've played with me or you've known me through the channel and followed my channel for a while will know that I don't tend to use my red dots and reflex sights for aiming. It sounds daft. I know some of you guys do, but I just like the look of them on my replicas. I tend to trace my BBs onto target. But these are 1 MOA adjustable. So they are zeroable. They have been used on firearms, so you should get reasonable accuracy if you're going to use it as an actual aiming device. So don't be concerned about that, guys. But the reason I mentioned that is obviously by no means am I an expert on red dot sights or scopes. That's not my area of expertise, but I know what is a good buy and what isn't. And here on the channel, we do try to be more affordable on Rock Bottom Airsoft and do things a little bit more affordable than going top end on everything. So my red dot sight that I got from Feyachi that I purchased through Amazon myself, I was really impressed with it. I liked it. I thought it was really well made, and that is why I was quite happy for these guys to send me out one to have a look at. So we'll have a look at it together, guys, and see what we think. Now, before we go any further, if you was to buy one of these yourself, I'll put links in the description if you like it at the end of the video to where you can get these. You can buy these here in the UK straight from Amazon. They normally retail for about 40 British pounds, but you can get them currently, I think they're on sale, it's about 38 British pounds on Amazon just now. If you're over in the United States, if you're in America there, you'll be looking at around about $49. Unless, of course, again, the sales on there. I was struggling to get onto the Amazon US website, see what price they charge on there. But the pricings I could find from other suppliers, around about $49. I think that was from Feyachi Direct. and they're currently delivered for us in the UK straight from Amazon. So this came out pretty quick through the Amazon courier. So that's something to bear in mind. Now, this particular sight, I think we'll unbox it first, see what you get in the box, and then we'll have a quick chat about it, and we'll go from there. Okay, guys? So first of all, the packaging. I'm sure you can agree, the packaging looks very professional. Gives you a few features on the front here of the sight, what comes with it, from some of the selling points it were, what sight is in the box, and a little bit of a picture of the reflex sight there as well. Not much to speak of on the sides, just some labelling, plain, and on the back a little bit more labelling about the product for the UK. Again, packaging seems nice, good quality box. It's got that kind of a carbon fibre print on it, give it a bit of a modern feel. If we open the box up, we've got a bit of packing foam on the top there, keep everything nice and safe. We have an instruction manual. Let's have a look here. Now, I don't know anything about this sight either, guys. It's the first time I've looked at it. But looking at that instruction manual, that to me looks pretty nice. It's got the specifications there of the sight, the contents of the box, instructions on how to put the batteries in, how to turn the sight on, and also some instructions there on how to zero the sight, some details about changing, you know, the dot style, changing the intensity of it. So it's pretty good. It's nice and glossy, it's well printed, doesn't seem to be hard to follow. So you get the instruction manual in there. You get a cleaning cloth for cleaning the lens. You get a selection of LR44 batteries, which are they kind of heat shrunk together to create one cell, as it were. It's a number of cells to create one battery, should I say, rather, which powers this device. I believe it can run on a CR2032 battery as well, but I'll have to double check that for you at a later time, guys, but I do believe it runs on one of those. Again, very well packaged. It's all presented, as you can probably make out there, guys, in foam, so it's well protected. The sight itself is bagged up. We'll come back to that with the silica gel pack. As well as that, inside here we have a couple of Allen keys. Now, the Allen keys, I believe, are for adjusting the windage and elevation, so you can loosen off the adjustment screws and adjust for windage and elevation. And I think that is pretty much what you get in the box, guys. So if we put this box to one side, so the total nice instruction manual, well printed. Includes batteries, which is great. There's not many things these days you can say batteries included. It also includes a cleaning cloth, so you can clean it. And we get to the sight. And obviously Allen keys for loosening off those adjustment screws. And I would imagine there's also an Allen key there for mounting it to your rail. So that gets us onto the sight as is. I think what we'll do is we can have a quick look around the sight, show you what it looks like, see what you think. Okay guys, well I hope you got an impression of how the item actually looks there, how the sight looks, you know, from that quick look round. But I mean, it certainly looks quality just looking at it in my hand here. There's no trades on there or anything like that. We have the dial for adjusting what type of sight picture you want in there, well, what sort of dot you want. There's 4 options to choose from. kind of as crosshair, red dot, kind of like a halo with targeting reticles, and a kind of halo that's just a circle with a red dot in the center. So you've got those 4 choices there. As well as that, on the side here you have your power switch. I believe this switch turns the sight on or off. If you're turning the sight on, it does remember what intensity you have, because I believe by pressing this button you increase the intensity of the red dot so it's brighter, you can see it easier, or you can reduce it so it's dimmer. But when you switch it off by pressing and holding, it'll remember which setting you had it on, so when you turn it back on it'll be at the last setting you left it as, unless you start adjusting it again. With regard to the sides here with your R and your up, this is your windage adjustment. If you can make that out on the side there, that's what the Allen key's for, as I mentioned earlier. And that's for your elevation adjustment on the top there, again with an Allen key. The adjustment on this sight is 1 minute of angle, or 1 MOA, which is kind of a standard. That means it'll move your point of impact 1 inch at 100 yards approximately, or half an inch at 50 yards. So that's your 1 MOA. If you are looking to zero it, that's what you're working with. The brightness setting, as I say, will come in handy if you're playing in low light. That tends to be when you do it. Now I play in the forest predominantly, guys, as you guys probably know already. So I tend to have the brightness turned up pretty high on mine if I'm using them, which is very rare. But if I am using a red dot, I do tend to have it turned up pretty high so I can make it out. The lens, while we're on the adjustment, the lens, as you can probably make out on camera, is multi-coated optics. I've also been informed here that the lens is resistant to scratches, and it is also resistant to the majority of chemicals you'd use for cleaning a firearm. So it should be resistant to the oils that we use for cleaning our Airsoft replicas. With regard to the zero, it is supposedly quite good at holding zero from some of the reviews I've read from firearm users. We don't have the recoil that a firearm user would have to worry about, unless obviously using a gas blowback, and then you'll have a little bit of recoil. But we do run around and bash it around in the forest and indoors, so it's good to know that it can take a little bit of a beating. With regard to it taking a beating, they do come with a 12-month warranty for manufacturing defects from Feyachi, so if you have any problems with them in 12 months, you can get in touch with them and send it back. This aluminium that it's made out of is high-grade aluminium, it's aircraft-grade aluminium, and it does feel quality, guys. I mean, looking at the sight, the finish on it, to me, it looks like something that would have cost me a little bit more money, to be perfectly honest. So not bad at 40 British pounds. Maybe not the quality levels of some of the really high-end sights, but again, not bad at all. Looking at it, I'm sure it'll look decent on a replica. I'll probably get some photos up on Facebook and Instagram of this on a couple of my replicas and see how it looks. So if you want any more content from me, you can find Rock Bottom Airsoft on Facebook and Instagram. There'll be a few photos of that on there as well. The power, if you don't do anything with the sight, it will turn off after an hour. So it is auto power off to conserve the battery. Now sometimes, guys, if you're like me, I've had problems with that on some of my red dots, that it will turn off when you don't expect it. If you're playing a long game, it goes off. Now whether that'll be the case with this one, I have had it with some other manufacturers, more affordable red dot sights. They do say that the coated optics on there are supposed to give you minimal parallax, and you know, no core witness. Now we've gone through parallax before, guys. Again, it's hard to explain, but it's basically the position of a target can appear slightly different due to the angle you look through the lens. So if you try and zero out the parallax, you don't get that. It means you could be aiming at something that's not actually there. So apparently that isn't much of an issue with this. It's got a 43mm objective lens, so you do get a wide angle. I think you can tell that, guys, by looking down it. You do get a wide field of view on standard targets. So as a reflex sight, that's something that you want. You want a good wide field view. I think you can use this both eyes open as well, guys. It'll fit any 20mm rail. It's a standard 20mm fitting, so if you've got a 20mm rail on your replica, this should fit. For pistols, it is way too big, I would say, for pistols. This is definitely meant for a primary or a rifle size, maybe an SMG, something like that here in Airsoft. And that's pretty much the best part of it. If a lot of the reviews I'm reading, this is suitable on firearms, it should be more than able to withstand the duties that we would put it through in Airsoft. I've got a couple of friends who have Feyachi Sights. They've had good results with them. As I say, the one I bought, I was quite happy with. This one here, I've not used myself yet, if I'm being completely honest, guys. But you know, looking at it, it certainly looks decent quality, and it does come with a lot of features that you would want in a red sight, and a lot of high-end features. It is waterproof, I've been told, so water resistant anyway, so it should be good for out in the rain and the wind and the snow here in the Scottish Islands. So what I'll always look to do is use this in game at some point and let you know how it stands up. So there you go, guys. That's just a quick unboxing, a quick look, a quick overview of this Feyachi RS-30. Now, as I say, for the money you're paying, I think you're getting a lot of sight there, guys, for the money. It's quite, you know, a good looking piece of kit, feels quality, looks the part. So yeah, I mean, I'd definitely give it a go anyway. So let me know what you guys think in the comments. Have you used Feyachi Sights? Have you been happy with the performance from them? Is it something you'd give it a go to? Do you use red dots in general, guys? Let me know. If you have any questions about this product, then let me know in the comments. I'll always reply to a comment. Might not get back to you straight away, but I will always respond. The only other thing it'd be worth mentioning is this product, as I say, was sent to me by Feyachi. I didn't buy this one. However, they have agreed, and I have been threatening it for a while. As always, guys, I really appreciate you watching the videos that I put out. I hope you carry on enjoying them. And as we've got to a bit of a milestone, the channel's over 1,000 subscribers now, which is great. So if you haven't subscribed yet, then do please get subscribed to the channel. So due to that, guys, I am going to give one of these sights away. It's not a competition or anything. What I'm going to do is I'm going to pick one of you guys out of my subscriber list at random. Use a random number generator or something like that. So if you get a message off me, make sure that it's verified from Rock Bottom Airsoft. If I send you a message, I'll put the details of the person who I'm sending this to in a post here on YouTube. I'll also put the details on Facebook and Instagram so you don't miss me if I pick your name out. And whoever's name on my subscriber list I pick out, I will send this out to you for nothing, and then you can try it out, and hopefully you can let me know what you think as well. Okay, guys, so like I say, just a very quick overview. I'll get a bit more in depth with this when I get it out in some gameplay, and I will show you the sight picture and what have you when I get it out in the field. But if there's any more questions about it, let me know. But apart from that, if you haven't subscribed to the channel already, then do please get subscribed, and you won't miss things like this where I give this out to someone. And I will look forward to seeing you guys in the next one. Thanks very much for watching.